Hey everyone, my name is Ashley Sebree, and I am currently in Norman, Oklahoma in my bedroom. Today I'm here to tell you the story of a wonderful minister named Edward Ellsworth Guy. He had such a compassionate heart for others and was such an incredible servant. He was a huge advocate for the poor, the sick, and the oppressed, and served during wartime in Central America in the 20th century. He's known for risking his life to take others' medical supplies and essential needs, and just risking his life to go and pray with them and pray for them. So in his life and his mission, he truly exemplified servanthood ministry and putting the needs of others before himself. So the story I want to share with you today takes place in San Salvador, and it's a story of Ed Guy and Daryl Mink, who was a church-appointed minister to serve the Latin American Mission Field for a few years. And the two had been serving at a refugee camp all day. And on the way home, Ed wanted to make a stop at a hospital to pray for someone. And Daryl was very tired, and he didn't want to do it because they had been working with people and praying and had just been busy all day. But Daryl later shared that Ed was very persistent and was very persuasive, and so he convinced him to go into the hospital just to visit with this one patient. And so visiting hours were long over by the time that they got there, but again, they were just going to visit with one person. So they were offering administration for this patient, and they were praying with this patient, and they were singing songs, and when they were done, other patients who were there heard them and said, "Well, what about us? Will you pray for us?" And of course they couldn't say no, so they began to pray for them, pray with them, sing songs with them. And when they were done with these other patients, nurses and hospital staff approached them and said, we've been here with these sick patients all day long, working long hours and working hard hours. Will you pray for us? And so then they started singing and praying with and for the nurses and the hospital staff. And what was intended to be a visit with one person actually turned out to be praying for and providing administration and ministry for so many others. People came down from different floors. There were military members and soldiers who were there that also ended up joining them as well later. And so Daryl Mink actually shared that this was one of the most powerful experiences of his ministry. The story reminds me that as ministers and disciples of Jesus Christ, we too are called to go where the Spirit beckons us to go. When Daryl reluctantly agreed to go into the hospital that night, he had no idea the impact that would have on the lives of so many that they visited with. How many lives were truly touched by their ministry that night. The story fills me with hope in these tough times. It reminds me that we are all presented with the opportunity to put others before ourselves, and we are all called to do so through the mission prayer. Where will God's Spirit lead us today if we are truly fully awake and ready to respond? What lives can we change? What good can we do for others? It is my hope that we can all be more like Ed Guy, to have the courage to always be selfless, to truly become a blessing to one another by wholeheartedly showing Christ's love and peace in all that we do, no matter how tired we are.